Right, so hello everyone. This is my showcase for my Carthaginian Ancients October challenge that I set myself. So I thought I'd actually show you what I got completed and where I am with everything. So this is everything that I've actually finished, and yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. I say right off the bat, I didn't manage to get every single one done. I've still got one base of veterans left to do. You know, what can you say? Real life just gets in the way sometimes, but I'm pretty pleased with being able to get this amount of stuff done. So this will be about a third of my total army size, but I'll take it down and we'll have a little look and see what you guys think. Okay, so at the front here we have our Libyan skirmishers. So I think I've already shown these off, but basically these were actually a lot of fun and ease to paint, more fun than some of the other units, just because they're so simple. I just picked out some random colours from the contrast paints just to do their tunics. Tried to keep the skin sort of ruddy and weather beaten, just as if they'd come down from the Alps, and then using the snow, the precision snow, which lets you put the footprints in. I think I managed to convey that sort of rushing forward to hurl a bunch of javelins at Romans who are stuck in some water. I ultimately decided to only make one base of these, and that's because I wanted to use javelin men on the elephant bases, which if you haven't seen I'll show in a minute, but they're also in the videos with the elephants. But also I've kept back a few just for other projects, and I don't want too many units of skirmishers. So that's these guys. Then the first unit I painted, which I think everyone saw, is actually the one I was looking forward to painting the most and enjoyed painting the least in the end, and that's my unit of veterans, so Hannibal's veterans. I really like how they look now on the battlefield, and I really sort of like the sort of battle line I've managed to create. But they were a pain. They were a pain, and that wasn't the transfers. I think it was the first unit I decided to do. Probably should have started with the just the Libyan infantry to get myself in the mood. But I found that these guys just took me longer than anything else. And these are the other unit that I have. I've still got to paint these guys up. So just another base like this is all I've got left from that. And overall, though, I am pleased with them. I do like them. There's the cloaks that I added, just with the extra snow on. And you'll see with the other units, I tried not to do perfect ranks. I wanted it to sort of look like that sort of natural ebb and flow that you get in a battle line when you watch these programs or you watch battle reports. So you know they won't have that precision. I may do that precision thing with the Romans because I want there to be a bit of difference. Random question as well, what do people think? I will be doing a Roman force. Now I, for my Carthaginians, have chosen to go with the completely separate shield designs for each one. For the Romans you can get one. So what do you think? Should I go with an individual shield design for the Romans? I mean, I will be using the little big men transfers again. For example, should I do all yellow shields or red shields? Just because it's Roman and it gives you that, you know, impression that they are, and it'll separate them quite nicely. I haven't decided yet. I'd be interested to see what you guys think. So there's my Carthaginian veterans. Then either side of them in this lineup, which I'll bring in. So we have our Libyan infantry. So I think I've already shown these guys off, but here's one unit, and here's the other unit that I've just finished. I might just have to put one final layer of snow onto these guys. Here they are. Very, very pleased with these as well. And the cool thing is, in this game, if you're using this for Hail Caesar, and obviously these are just individual units, but if you're using these for Impetus, you can choose in the army list to deploy them as large units. And very simply, two bases just slot together and form a large unit. They can deploy that. In fact, in this game, which is quite cool as well, you can actually just form blocks. So this, let me just bring this back out. That there is would be a block that you can move around on the battlefield. 2 units of regular infantry and 1 unit of veterans. These can operate together, which is quite cool. Then they can separate off to do their different things. I will do a video looking at the impetus mechanics from the point of view of someone who's trying to learn the game. I did think about including them in these videos, but I wanted this just to be more about the actual sort of project itself and the men. So anyway, there we go. That's the bulk of the infantry. I'll talk about the infantry more in a second. And then, of course, we've got the two things which I couldn't resist doing, which are the Carthaginian war elephants. So there we go. Now, the blue one on the blue, you'll have seen in my painting guide if you've watched that, and is the one on the red. As you can see, mix of skirmishers on. Took a little nod from Ken over at Miniature Wargaming Warriors, who, when he was doing his Napoleonic cavalry, didn't put them facing flush onto the front of the base. He put them at a bit of an angle. So I've done that with the elephants. I think it actually looks quite cool, bit of motion, as he would say. And there we are. So let me just push this one back. There we go. I'm really pleased. These were the most fun. These were the ones I was dreading painting the most and actually end up enjoying painting the most. Whereas the veterans were the ones I was looking at, I thought were going to be easy and ended up being the hardest and enjoyed painting the least. So there we go. So obviously usable in both systems. You can't have the Carthaginians without having the elephants. Of course, you may have noticed I haven't actually got any commanders, and that's because I'm in an R-ing about which manufacturer to use. A Gamer have some. First Corps have some. Grip and Beast who obviously have just released Age of Hannibal. I don't particularly want Hannibal, I just kind of want a generic general, but what I may end up doing is just buying a Hannibal and just painting him up separate and putting a couple of guys on his base. If you've seen any of my Napoleonics or my Wars of the Roses videos, you know I like a good command base. The one from I think it's from a Gamer, that comes, is it a Gamer? Anyway, that comes with Hannibal's brother, Mago, and he's got a lion skin on, and he's also got like a dog on a leash. So that's something that's quite cool. Anyway, what I thought would be just quite interesting is, just to point out, this is just 2 packs. This is the Elephant pack and the Warriors of Carthage set. And I say I've still got a load of skirmishers and the other unit of Carthaginian veterans. So I do have enough for another base of these and another base of those. So out of that, which I think cost... I was drunk, so I'm just trying to remember. With the shield transfers, I think it came to about 70 quid, but for a mass battle game, I don't think that's too bad. Especially as these operators enjoy. You've got 2 elephants, there'll be 4 regular infantry and 2 skirmishers. Add in a commander, and I think that's still a fairly sizable force. As I say, I want to do something that's about 3 times the size of this. So my plans to expand this force are obviously to get some generals. I need, unfortunately, to get some cavalry. Which I'll do, but I'm going to work along the idea that a pack of 12 cavalry will make 2 units, because they'll be based up in a similar way, all on one base, so 6 to a base. Haven't decided whether to get them with a Numidian cavalry or just to get some Iberian cavalry. I will be doing another division or another block, which is these Carthaginians. I may get some of the Carthaginian citizen infantry to put in, because they look quite cool. But the big thing that I want to include is Hannibal did have Gaulish allies. Now that's going to be quite cool. There's a lot of cool sets for Gauls from Victrix. You can get some cool warlord stuff. There's loads of manufacturers that are doing little bits. So I'm going to paint up 4 or 5 bases of Gauls, and that's good as well though, because the Romans had Gaulish allies. So I'm just going to paint those up as generic Gauls, and they will be then interchangeable between both armies. And then obviously I've got to do my Romans. So I haven't decided whether to finish all of the Carthaginians or to get the Romans and maybe have some small games. Would you guys like to see some small games of Impetus and or Hail Caesar using these? Let me know. Anyway, as I say, it's just a bit of a showcase just to show you where I got to in the end. I consider this partial success. I would have liked to have get all of the units done. But as I say, sometimes you just got to adjust your expectations, and just, you know, real life sometimes has to come first. However, I think this is a pretty good haul for a month's work, and it just shows what you can do if you do knuckle down. I will carry on painting the rest of them. I'll probably be doing it on the live stream over on the Plastic Crack podcast. which I do with Ken, Dom and Steve, which they kindly asked me on to, which streams on Mondays. So I'll carry on doing the Carthaginians on that. Anyway, I hope you guys are all keeping well and staying safe. Next month, back to normal. I'm going to be working on lots of different things. I've got some English Civil War. I've got some Lord of the Rings. I'm having a bit of a palette cleanser. I'll just sneak this in. You know, it's an Agents video. That's a Lord of the Rings miniature I'm going to be painting. So lots, and back on some terrain. A couple more battle reports. One that I'm editing and a couple more coming out. Anyway, I hope you're all well. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you guys have got any questions, want to chat about anything, drop a comment and I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. Stay safe and I'll see you all again soon. Cheers.